Hi guys, this is Peter Rodner from the Mokdong branch. This is my C2 Giga vlog for Unit 3, Lesson 2, Extreme Fasting. So this week students are discussing the dangers of anorexia, and the project had asked them to create some type of poster to help stop anorexia. Overall, I have a few concerns as well as some tips and suggestions that I'll be implementing in my class, and I hope they help you out also. So in my preparation for my lesson, one thing I noticed was that I'm going to be heavier on the reading rather than the listening. The listening portion just really discussed what fasting is and why different groups may or may not do it. For the listening, one area that I will focus on and create some type of discussion is probably some of the health benefits. But I'm really going to be discussing why eating healthy is important, how you can eat healthy, and some of the other benefits of being healthy. As for the reading, this is where I'm going to hold a majority of my discussion and try to get my students to start thinking about their final project. Because it provides us with plenty of details for the negative effects of anorexia, my students are going to obviously need these for their final poster. Another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a media card. After I've completed the reading and we've gotten the details, I'm going to ask my students to create a more catchy title for this reading. In the title, I want it to be something that readers will be interested in, as well as bring more awareness about anorexia. My hopes are that this title can later on be used in their slogan when they're creating their posters for their final project. So for the final project, students are asked to create a poster in order to help stop anorexia. My thinking is that a poster shouldn't be the main focus of their final projects, and instead students will need to create some type of presentation, such as a PSA or some type of scenario. I think the ladies from Hyundai branch did an excellent job in their C2 example, so I strongly recommend that everyone take a view of that and show it to their class during the project day. I think this will really help them get some ideas on what they could do in their final presentations. So another concern I have with the final project is students will be focusing mainly on anorexia, and this could lead to really dark posters and images that they might find on the internet. So therefore, I will be asking my students to also focus on healthy eating as well as proper exercise and include that into their final projects and posters. So just a few tips on things that I've been implementing in my class in order to have better presentations. One, instead of having students do everything all together at once, I've been breaking it down into specific sections. The first part that I usually have students do is their script. I noticed that this is probably the most difficult part for them to do, as well as it does take the most amount of time. So by having everybody focus on the script in the beginning, it really begins the idea and creation for both the PowerPoint and what other type of images they might want to add into their final presentation. By doing this also, they are working together and everyone's assuring that they have a speaking part finally at the end. Another thing I've been adding in the presentation is the person who's holding the camera should also be a narrator. So before the scene starts, the narrator should be able to explain what's happening in the scenario or some type of setting. I found my students really do enjoy this role, so I do recommend that maybe you want to implement it in your classes. So these are my tips and suggestions for C2 Giga, Unit 3, Lesson 2, Extreme Fasting. I hope these help you out, and I'll see you guys in the post vlog.